What's up, y'all? We are live. This is the Men of the Metaverse podcast slash YouTube channel. I am Brandon. I'm here with Lewis. We were kind of just chopping it up a little bit about, what's going on in our community, what we see, as far as men and women, the relationship stuff, dating,
That's
how it's.
all, Brandon. This is
Well, go
all
ahead.
communities now, except for
Okay,
the
all community.
Asians.
so,
Asian
but
people don't do that.
so what are they doing in their community? Just real quick, what do you think they're doing? Just more
Getting
building?
married,
Yeah.
getting married, uh, get getting this money off of technology.
Yeah.
Is either getting money off technology or getting money off black folks. Those are the two only two directions to go. You know.
But like I say, I think it's a good idea to build, get married, stay with somebody, try to build something with them. But it seems like it's hard for our community to do that because I guess people are too distracted. You said people are going through a lot in their lives, their personal lives.
Well, you broke it down a little different. Brandon, you ever heard saying monkey see, monkey do?
Yeah, I have.
Well, there's a lot of monkeys out there, and they're doing what they see.
Okay.
So if they didn't see a long-term relationship or they
Mhm.
didn't see a man in the house,
Uh-huh.
they just repeating what they
Well,
used to.
who is the lead monkey though? Because, like I said, I came up in a single parent household, but I still knew that I wanted to have my family of my own. So who are their role models? Who are the role models today? Is it some?
It's no role models. The role
Mhm.
models is the Instagram, it's the
Mhm, okay.
TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, it's the music. It's not
Yeah.
the parents because the parents don't see them because the parents busy working.
Right. And I guess that's an important thing. Like I guess we look to social media. We feel like these people are celebrities. Even that, have you heard of Netta and Charles? I was kind of introduced to Netta and Charles
You
this
talking about
past week.
the gay man with the makeup? Okay,
Yes.
what about him? I don't watch too much. I don't.
Yeah.
He looks too ugly to even watch.
Right, that's what I'm saying. No shame, but I'm like, how do people watch this? All the bumps and stuff. But people have acne issues, but it's just a lot to watch. And it's a man with a wig on, and he's in a relationship. So my wife was showing me some of the stuff, and I saw what he had to say because I guess he got mad. He got tired of people picking on him, and he was talking about black women act a certain way, and he not trying to be a black woman. He's trying to be he want to be more like a white woman. Did you see that? Did you see that kind of outburst that he had?
Now, Brandon, like I said, I just said it's hard for me to physically watch it. So I that's why they don't put ugly people on the TV. I ain't see nothing.
But
It
like you
hurts
say,
me to watch.
right. Right. But that's a popular person online just because people
And that
sometimes people
shows
like
you how bad the community is.
yeah, right.
Me, born in '84, I said it's difficult for me just to watch it.
Correct.
You know,
But
like
a
you
lot
said,
of
people
yeah.
they got no.
Right, but no, they were saying people are really jealous of their relationship. She's kind of showing black women how to cook for their man. She even got a song. I checked out the song. It's called Charles, your lunch is ready. You didn't hear it?
I could have heard something. I could have
But-
heard. Well,
But like I say,
something.
this person feels like they're big and they're famous. She calls her followers icons, and she thinks she's an icon, but it's only because of people wanting to watch a train wreck, kind of, right? I mean, can she be entertaining a little bit? Yeah, but
I'm not calling it Brandon. I don't know why. I don't know why people. Why I just told you. If it turns my eyes off, it hurts my eye, my vision. So I flip it. So I don't know why people watch it.
Yeah, people are into a lot of weird stuff for sure, a lot of strange content. But like I said, it's nothing wrong with what they're doing. But back to what we were originally talking about, like people see what's online, they see what's popular, and they kind of try to mimic it, right? So if they see a lot of men trying to run around with switches, hey, they're gonna say, "Look, I'm gonna get a switch. I'm gonna run around and do the same thing." If they see women twerking or being provocative, guess what? They're gonna try to do the same thing, especially if it's getting views.
Most people are followers, and a lot of people is how they made the world now.
Mhm.
Attention, you could get money and fame with attention.
Do you think you can get money though? Because I think a lot of people are. I mean, some people are getting money from social media for sure, but long term, do you think it's worth leveraging your morals, your standards for that prize?
Maybe the hot Tory girl, she said,
Mm-hmm.
how many words? 30 words? And now she got deals and endorsements.
Yeah, for sure.
People, and watch this, Brandon. I bet she had more money now than ever working in that damn factory making mattresses.
Correct. but and that's I was gonna ask you about that, but I kind of forgotten. It's a little older. What do you think that's gonna peak out? And because she's still selling shirts and doing appearances and stuff like that, is it gonna fizzle out sooner or later? Is she gonna be able to reinvent herself, or do you think that that Hawk 2 is gonna follow her and she's gonna regret it?
Brandon, she go make her $60,000 to $100,000 in a year and be happy and get back to a regular life after that.
Okay.
But
and that's why I say I think that's why a lot of people risk it and they try to do a lot of that prank stuff or try to go viral doing certain things, and it does work, but hers was a whole different kind of thing. I was late on it. I kind of heard about it, but it already took off.
Pay me $500,000, I quit my job today.
Are you sure about that? You say that. Are you sure about that? I think you have a different job. Do you enjoy what you do, huh?
Don't you ask me no questions? We ain't even talk about no questions like this over here. And yes, I do. Okay. Brandon, we're talking about $250,000. I could take that.
How long?
Pay off my stuff and get me something else. What are you talking about? Somebody gonna turn that down?
I think some people. Well, no, I'm not gonna say you're gonna turn it down, but that money can go fast, right? We've seen rappers blow money like really quick. I'm not gonna say MCM. No, but we don't know until that check get in your hand. I know if I would have to bet on somebody doing the right thing with money, I would definitely bet on Lewis.
Well, what you mean? You talk about check get in my hand? What you're not going size of check you got?
$500,000. You're not going to the Dodge lot to get you a Hellcat Durango?
No, $500,000. They ain't watch this. $500,000. They ain't that much money. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. It's not.
This was AI. I type in chubby black rapper, and AI brought this up. This was AI. I think how the black rappers look, Brady.
Yeah, kind of. When they try to let us know, that's what the future one's gonna be like. Oh shoot, my bad.
There you go. But yeah, Brady,
go ahead.
$250,000.
$250,000 or $500,000?
Oh, $500,000. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I won't do it for a quarter. $500,000, Brandon.
Yeah.
Tax free.
We talked about whether we would sign what's the little thing, Prize Picks, and what's the other ones? We were saying we was gonna do Backwoods because you found out one of the CEOs was a black person,
lady.
The founder was a black lady. Yeah, I think a lot of people say they're not gonna do something until the check comes. Well, we have. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we would have Sexy Red on our show because I think people were trying to get on Gilly and Wallow because they had Sexy Red on the show. I think their brand, they try to help the youth and try to not have them go that way doing what she's doing. But, when she got on the show, they were positive. And, of course, they're going to do that kind of thing because, that's just business.
We could do Kudos Light, too. We could do it. I mean, come on.
What on
the package it says drink responsibly.
Responsibly. So what you do Marlboro? Would you do a Marlboro ad?
No, I don't know. I can do that. I don't know. Okay. I don't know if I could do Newport. I probably couldn't do those guys.
So we will draw the line somewhere.
You can't do this is poison, but Newport is like a different. I'm going to target these people. I could get BD Winners smoking a cigarette with some fried chicken. It's like targeted.
Yeah,
what I mean? So,
and I think we have a problem with presidents, how they kind of do the same kind of thing when there's campaign time. They may have hot sauce. They may be trying to go to black areas. They're doing stuff like that. Like I'm sensitive to that kind of stuff, and I don't like people playing with me. So if you're marketing a certain way, or you're trying to all of a sudden get my vote and pretend like you're going to help my people, I feel a certain type of way when it comes to that kind of stuff.
So you don't agree with Kamala Harris getting a little baby to talk to her?
She told a little baby.
During the pandemic.
Well, oh yeah, okay. No, I don't like that. What's she talking to a little baby for?
She got to hear what the community is talking about. You
need to come to a community leader, somebody like what's it called that we've always talked about?
Who the hip hop president? No, the hip hop preacher in New York who got
oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, no.
Or but the mayor, the black woman in Michigan stealing all that money.
No.
Those are leaders, right?
Yeah, they are somewhat leaders, but like I say, if we're not organized as a group, a minority group, we don't have the right people in place. No, we're not going to have a good structure, and people are just going to deal with us any kind of way, and they're not going to do anything for us. And they're going to tell us they're not going to do anything for us. They're going to be like, look, you get whatever's trickled down to you, and you're just going to be happy with it.
No, Brandon, they don't tell us that, Brandon. They tell other people that on camera.
Yes, correct.
And then it comes to us, and we don't hear it because she ain't talking to us, even though she said.
But okay, good point. How do people not hear that? They only, it's like if you try to bring up those kind of arguments to people in a logical way, because like I say, we haven't said whether we're going to vote for her or not. I'm weighing my options out, right? I'm being fair and balanced. I want to hear both sides, right? And I think that's what Ice Cube was trying to do. He's like, look, let's not jump on one side altogether without even getting them to sit down and talk about the things that we want to have. Let's hear both sides out and make people bid for our vote. I think that's the right way. That's a smart way to do it.
And Ice Cube got chewed out for doing that, brother.
But yeah. Do you think they sick people on Ice Cube in a way so it'll make him look bad? Because when I saw it, I mean that makes sense to me.
All you gotta do pay Vivica Fox, one of them ladies, $1,500. They'll say
right. They'll get on Twitter from their bed.
They'll say anything.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, they down here, so 1,500. Oh, that's a nice check.
Right. Right. But like I said, I think we have to be smart about voting and giving our vote and just being calculated, because that's what other groups do. If we just go with the flow and just, if somebody tell you you're not black because you don't vote for them, does that sound like something harmful to you or offensive?
What other groups are calculated, Brandon?
Like we said, the amazing people, the Asians are calculated.
Okay, I 100% agree. Who else?
I would say wonderful people are. Well, wrong. I don't think they don't need to be, because when you're at the top, huh?
They are.
Okay.
The wonderful people, you're at the top, 10%.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is calculated to help that 10%. Yeah, but the other 90%,
right?
You just get the leftovers.
But that's what I'm saying. Even their trickle down gets to them before it gets to us by default, and it comes through ways of policing, taxes, all kind of things. Zoning. Things are just not as fair to us as it is to everybody else, and that's by design. Even black people, we treat each other differently than we treat somebody else of a different race. It shouldn't be that way, but that's how it is. People are more threatened by me and Lewis than somebody that looks like them from another race. You know what I'm saying? Or looks different from them. You know what I mean?
And they need to be threatened. All right. And you need to be scared.
They need to be scared of us, or we need to be scared of us.
No, they need to be scared, and you need to be threatened. Be scared. So watch your mouth.
I agree with that.
Even though I ain't gonna do that.
Right. We're not gonna do anything. But like I say, it's good to have a certain presence and to strike fear in people's, I don't want to say eyes or body or anything like that, but I think like we said, we had that incident with Sandra Massey.
That's why I was just thinking about, and they were scared of this woman, Brandon.
But why? People don't see color. People don't even see. They don't see color.
Brandon, that pot was 212 degrees boiling, Brandon. Huh?
I hear you. Yeah.
And your skin burns. And your skin burns at 115.
Okay. But what does that have to do with being scared?
That 6'6" guy, 280 pounds, could have lost his life.
15 feet away, he could have lost his life.
That water could have went through that bulletproof vest.
Right.
And burned his chest.
Right, correct. That's what he thought, I guess, right? But we've talked about this. We know what happened. Do you think he misheard what she said when she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus"? You think he misheard what she was saying?
Brandon, I can't tell you what the devil was saying. You know what I mean? The
devil heard
said do anything. I can't tell you.
Right. So you just and that's an argument people are making. Like that was a demon in her house, and she felt it, and she kept the first thing when she encountered them, was starting to turn religious and told God to protect her because she felt like something was wrong, something was off.
I just know the devil opened the door and turned the light switch on, and that's how you said that's how fast he flipped.
Yeah, you're right. And I think we talked about this. Should they be in your house?
No.
If I call the police, they don't necessarily have to be in your house. You can they can want to come in and investigate, but you have the right to tell them no. I don't want you in my house. We can conduct this outside, or y'all can have a good night. Y'all do your job, keep the area safe. Have a good night.
Because cops always can find something. They busted in Brandon's house, take his bed sheets off. Brandon ripped the tags off the mattress. Credible charge right there. Right. Or they go in Brandon's refrigerator. Brandon got a bottle of that Hennessy in there, but the tag is missing. Hold on. What's in this? Is this moonshine?
You're right.
Anything could be a charge. Anything.
That made me think about that time I was talking about my uncle with the moonshine, but we're not gonna get into that. But let me read what Timothy said real quick. Timothy said most Black people from Chicago don't go downstate Illinois. Downstate Illinois is sundown towns for our people. Like I say, Timothy is somebody who's familiar with the area. This happened in Illinois. So like I say, people in that area know what's going on. And we appreciate Timothy for always keeping us up to date with stuff that's going on in Chicago, whether it's police murders or the immigrant situation or the migrant. What do they want to like to call them? Migrants.
No, they illegal aliens, Brandon. That's what they are now.
Well, I don't hear that on the news. When I turn on the news,
them, but they try to make it nice. Right. Illegal aliens per the Constitution.
Right, but why is it okay for them to come over here illegally? Like you say, that's a crime. They're over here.
How is that? How is over here Biden telling them to come over here? And Kamala.
But he tell them to come over in the right way, fill out the paperwork, wait.
Brother, if it wasn't for immigration, Kamala won't even be president right now. You know, she's a product of immigration.
Okay, fair enough. You mean vice president? You
vice president, VP.
Okay.
She's a product.
Okay. So what about Joe? Because Joe's not. He's not. He's a wonderful man. He's for them coming over here, right?
No, be careful, Brandon. A lot of wonderful people are products of immigrations within the last 50 years.
Well, we kind of tend to forget, but like this isn't somebody else's land.
I was watching a video today. They doing a militia. I think it's in Illinois. A militia in Illinois. The man was talking. The man looked straight out of Poland, Brandon, and he's talking like he's been over here for 300 years.
Right.
But got the head of a Poland man. And the wealth.
Yeah. But when you're conquering, you're taking over land, you know, hey, you can make the rules, you can decide what's going on, and people feel like you can over police certain groups. And I think that's what happened with Sonia. And I like I say, I hate that it happened. It's something that shouldn't happen. It's always seemed like something like that happens during an election year. But what you about to play? Oh, this is it. Go ahead.
This is what we got coming to you.
If Biden gets elected and there's no civil,
can you turn it up a little bit?
country's screwed.
While selling weapons at a gun show in Fishersville, military veteran Paul Voska told us he's starting
That's
a
good.
militia in Augusta County, Virginia.
Let's just say, and this has happened, you have a police department is corrupt.
Look at the haircut.
Government that's corrupt. The militia being on the right side of the community and the Constitution and established laws in this country would present a force or an intimidation like, hey, listen, this ain't right. Knock it off.
According to the Southern Poverty
Now,
Law Center,
audience,
the militia
that's the same thing the KKK did.
Yeah.
That's the same thing them hillbillies did.
Yeah.
That's the same. And this is in 2024.
Yeah.
Militia. We here to protect the laws. But Brandon, don't a person got a right to preach a peaceful protest?
Yes, you do. You're supposed
Not
to.
if you're black. Not
Right.
if you're black.
Right. Do you remember that group that got started? I can't remember what happened, and their leader got accused of pointing a rifle at somebody on the roof. I can't even remember what it was. Like a black militia that got started, and they were marching. They went to.
I don't think he got accused for pointing somebody with a rifle. I think they got him on taxes.
Okay. Okay, but you remember what I'm talking about, though, yeah. But like he was trying to do something similar to what they were doing. Oh, there you go. Yeah, impacts. Isn't that what it was?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You ain't get me shut down over here.
Right, because they want to get him out of here.
Marching in formation. Don't even get me shut down.
Right, because they wanted that to cease it. Because if something like that catch on, and spread, then you have a real problem. They don't want people respecting each other, respecting the gun laws that they have, carrying, protecting themselves against, I'm not going to say the state, but against people who want to do us harm. So us forming like that and trying to protect ourselves is a powerful thing, and that's not necessarily what they want.
Brother, ain't nothing happened. We ain't protecting. Those people just living life.
Were these people or the other group?
Or the other group. They were just living life.
They was just living life. And what happened? What happened?
This guy talk about we here. He trying to
he's trying to incite some stuff.
What you call it? Go roll. What you call it? A vigilante. He a damn vigilante.
Yeah. Well, they want to do that kind of stuff. And what's the little boy we talked about that went the 17-year-old that was crying in court after he shot somebody?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Yeah. They want to do that kind of stuff. They want to
vigilante. Vigilante. That means I think I understand the law.
Right.
And I'm going to do the law what the people want.
For street justice.
No, but ain't no justice involved, brother.
Right.
All this right here, people, audience. This is not justice at all. All these wonderful folks talk about this is not justice.
But if they feel like it's justice, go ahead.
Justice would be them taking out their wallet and give me half of what they own. That's justice.
So then you're supposed to forget about that. That's the over and done with. But what makes them wrong though? If they feel passionate this way, and
I didn't say that was wrong, Brennan.
Okay.
That's what the young lady in our video I uploaded in. He said, "Dog, this is one of the best interviews of talking because you can do anything you want to do. Ain't nothing wrong with it doing, Brandon."
Right.
You got a man who looked like he came from Poland. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Look like he came from Poland.
Uh-huh.
He could be first generation, join the army to get his citizenship. And now he out here talking crazy.
But let me ask you this. So let's have two police officers come to his house, and the way he's talking, is he a threat? If he's dressed like this, he got a firearm beside him. Do you think they're gonna feel comfortable around him, or is he a threat like a black woman with a boiling pot of water?
I got a feeling if you let me play this video longer, he won't be a threat because he already talked to the cops. They know who he is.
Okay.
So he won't be a threat. Let me see if I get down deeper in this video.
Go ahead.
The Virginia Cocoas. The Kakoas conduct weapons and medical training and show up armed at the state capitol to protest gun control.
I would trust you more than any person who worked for the federal government or state or local government for that matter. And the reason I don't trust the government is because I know what happened.
Now, Brandon, I may work for somebody. Who you
Okay.
trust more, me or him?
I would trust you. You. But let me ask you this: who should trust the government less? Should it be you or him?
Me. I should never trust them.
Right, but no, he feels like he shouldn't trust the government. They looking out for you, Lewis. Black Lives Matter, Lewis. They help you out. You part of the part of the problem. The
Brandon,
government, huh?
Did you see this video before?
No, I haven't seen it. What they
Black
talking about
Lives
that?
Matter's gonna come up.
But
They
that's
say
their argument. That's it.
These guys don't know Black Lives Matter is an organization started by some studs and lesbians. And they
Get rid of black men in the household.
to
but
get
go
a
ahead.
black man in the household, and they afraid of some studs. You know what I mean? And some lesbians.
Right. Well, because people are misinformed. They go off the media the wrong way, just like other people go off the media the wrong way. But go ahead. I'm intrigued.
If you're gonna be afraid, you'll be more afraid of a person like me than Black Lives Matter.
Right. But like I said, they listen to their media and they go off of what their media says. So that's all the information they have.
To populations who have been disarmed.
Other Virginia militias patrol the streets because
What if the police department can't show up? What if they won't show up? What if it's just us? You know, how do we kind of keep some order, and not just through violence, through just being prepared?
But paramilitaries expert and Virginia native Carolyn Gallagher says she doesn't want militias in her county.
Militias will tell you all the time, we are here to help the community. We represent the community. But how do I know that? Like, did I vote for them? Did my mom vote for them? Did they have to go out campaigning? No, they're an independent armed group,
Black folks know the deal. You get a bunch of wonderful people drinking beers with guns in their hands.
Right.
What's gonna happen, Brandon?
Violence. People gonna get hurt and people may die. But that's what I'm saying. So what if they're patrolling in the street and they see a crime? They pull out a gun. Hey, stop. And what if the person doesn't stop and they shoot them? They feel like they're justified and they've been I guess given the power to control the streets. But that's not true. That you don't they don't have to go
You
ahead.
can't make a citizen arrest.
No, you can't make a citizen murder. You can't assassinate somebody out on the street. You can try to stop somebody. You can try to hold them down, and even then you may get a kidnapping charge.
We ain't gonna even go down this damn rabbit hole.
paramilitary, and it's peacetime. So they really shouldn't exist.
Now, see the big guy right there, he the planner.
Despite being
planner.
an independent group, the Virginia
Wait,
Kakoas
well, hold on. Wait, pause there. Wait, what is that?
Hey, that's your malicious group. They here to protect and serve the people.
But what does that have to do with anything? Why they had to mix that in there? I mean, is that a hateful thing? You think he's part of that group? What is that?
Brandon, you know the ATF, they done some good things in the 30s. All right.
In the 30s, you said?
So after
Just,
the 30s,
but hold on, just for the record, what is that? Alcohol, tobacco, and firearm? What
Yeah.
is it? Okay, it's an
You know,
agency.
yeah, you're right. People smuggling that tobacco, Chad. Tobacco's a big drug in the United States. That's a big drug.
Right, somebody
Coffee-
growing it down the street from my
Yeah.
house. But go ahead.
For real.
Yeah, they got fields and stuff. So I was thinking about growing it myself, really,
Nah, for what? To do what, Brandon?
to sell it as a farmer.
Brandon, so one league, you go grow you go pick tobacco, right? You go pick it. When you go dry it at? Or you go sell it
No, I'm
raw?
gonna sell it. There you go. I just want to grow it and make a quick buck. That's all I say. I don't know about the industry. I don't know how much it costs. I don't know about the seeds, but I see somebody growing it down the street in large quantity. I'll say
Remember, Brandon, okay, if you was a car manufacturer,
that.
how much money you would make off? Will you sell one car and call it a day? or you'll try to
no.
sell 5 million?
I try to sell 5 million. If
So
I
how
could.
you gonna sell 2 plants?
But listen, it's more like, say you try to get your car serviced at Kia, and say you try to get your car serviced at the dude around the corner, who knows a little bit about cars. He's got a bunch of cars lined up around the block, but he may get your car running.
What's that got to do with tobacco, Brady?
I just want to get in the game. I just want to grow. I like to grow stuff.
Well, see, you messed up when you said selling it, man.
Well, not. I want to make a profit.
How you gonna make a profit? And a bushel, you ain't gonna have no bushels.
Why not? Why not? It's a plan.
No, you ain't gonna have no bushels of tobacco.
Why not?
Brady, you don't got the space, Brandon. You just talking.
Okay, well, say I want to grow it just to see how much I could grow.
Okay, that's better. Then you talk about a profit.
Well, just same way people sell. If I want to go to the farmer's market and sell some collard greens.
How many collard greens you gotta grow?
Let's not get too far off the topic.
Damn. I mean, Brandon come out there with 2 heads of collard greens. Somebody buy $1, $2, $3.
And I'll feel good. I'll feel good.
And Brady got 5 hours of labor in that damn collard greens. 6 hours.
No, more than that.
That's what I'm saying. You can't. You got to sell by the mass.
I know. I hear you. No, I hear you. Well, let's get back into it. But you was gonna break down ATF.
ATF. Yeah, they done some good things. They got rid of machine guns off the streets.
Okay.
Twice. And that's about it. All the laws is about the same.
Okay. So why would you think this militia, you think they hate ATF?
Probably because they're a government agency.
But go ahead.
They use government gas, drive on government roads,
right.
government water.
Right. And you're going against the state. Isn't that treason in a way? Like if you feel like you hate ATF and you're doing it proudly, but you want to patrol the streets and protect the streets, the same streets that you on.
Treason is only for foreigners and cross-dressers. All right.
What you mean cross-dressers?
So treason is only for foreigners and cross-dressers.
Why do you say foreigners? Because I guess you can't sell out your own country. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
you can.
You know, people come over here, they just got citizenship, and then they try to sell stuff to Al Qaeda. You said that's foreigner. Now, what's the example of cross-dresser? Eric Stoughton. You know, he up there selling stuff. Next thing you know, he got a wig and a dress on. Treason. I'm saying, come on.
I got you.
Treason. These guys can't do treason. That's only for foreigners and cross-dressers.
Even
though they're not really from here, but
their capabilities and they needed like extra hands on deck. Okay, that's fine.
While for Vasca, cooperating with law enforcement is vital.
I've already talked to the local law enforcement. They know me.
Told you. And
so I tell them, listen, you get into a problem, need some support, give me a call.
But
pause it real quick. So me and you, we go to the police station. Like, look, me and Lou, we got firearms. If y'all need any help, y'all need backup, call us. We already riding around the streets. Call us. Give us a call.
And what's wrong with that, Brandon? That's
dangerous. No, you haven't done no background check on us or him.
No,
they haven't.
That's no, Brandon. You think bigots ain't in the police officers?
They are. No, but they don't think they are. It's a couple of apples. Okay, it's not that many bad apples in the bunch.
It don't take that many. It don't take that many.
Right.
You know, people act like black people get shot every day in the streets. We don't.
Right. But go ahead.
A few get messed up on video.
Right. And sometimes they don't have the body cam footage on, or they cover it up. Like body cam just became a thing. So it's hard to tell what really happened in some of these situations, even though we give officers a lot of power. I'm not saying it happens more than it doesn't happen, but it does happen. People are people. So
I could guarantee you this, just to get me put off. If you make over $25 an hour, you ain't getting shot.
What? No, okay. Well, why is that? Because they can feel it.
for somehow, if you ain't in a desperate situation, you just don't get shot.
No, I don't think you. Well, I ain't gonna say. I get what you're saying, but
you don't get shot.
Right.
Yo,
well, so
what's your boy name? Floyd George, right?
George Floyd. Yeah.
Allegedly, that $20 bill could be counterfeit.
Uh-huh.
If he wasn't trying to get off no $20 to get that pack of cigarettes and didn't have a job, you know, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah. But you think if that guy was a reputable guy, he was making $26 an hour, you think they would have him on the ground that way?
He won't be in that environment to get there like that, brother.
Yeah, that's a good point. but that's what I'm saying. So are people justified? Because they're not justified, but are they justified doing certain people in certain areas a certain way?
No, it's not justification. I'm just trying to tell you guys.
Yeah.
It's the environment. It's the environment plays a big role. Let
me ask you this, because I was on YouTube scrolling and stuff. I saw a couple rappers. They like to go back to the hood and post, you know, that they in the trenches and, you know, they keeping it real. Do you feel like you need to do anything like that as a black man? Almost, because you're 40 now. You slightly older than me, right?
I was in the hood yesterday. You saw the videos. You think I was at?
Okay, so let me ask you.
Who you think I was at?
But I'm saying, it's a different. You know what I'm saying, though. You can be in the hood, but you weren't trying to get no street cred off of it. You wasn't posting like I'm in the trenches. You know, you were doing it for educational purposes, seeing what's really going on, talking to community people, you know, getting a real scoop on what's going on in the hood, as you say, or in the streets.
I don't know. I just like that area. I knew not to go up the street because that's a rough area, but I just like that little park where black people get together, have cookouts, and play basketball and skating ring. I just like it.
But you do know it's a safe place to be and it's a less safe place to be. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is it's best to be in certain areas if you want to live longer.
Correct. Like being at that park, I'm chilling out. But if you go up that street with that young lady was talking about what Berry Farms, nah, I ain't going on that motherfucker.
and why not though? Why not?
Brandon, big cities, people be wilding up in them.
Yeah, for sure. It's a lot of mental health stuff up there too. Like people just crazy
and be bad. The living environments be bad. I had family members stay in old houses, but it never been like bad like that. You know, it was
unlivable.
They livable. Shit, you got a roof on your head. It's livable.
But you know what I mean, though.
I say this: they probably got some lead up in there.
Yeah,
I say that, but yeah, that's
this off top. How close are you to Maryland? Because we may be coming up to Maryland one weekend.
Brandon, I live in Maryland.
Well, I'm just trying to say you could say I'm very close. I ain't trying to get your location up like that, but I'm just letting you know.
Okay, yeah, I live in Maryland.
Okay, fair enough. And is that a good area? Because you know people say mixed things about certain areas, but you know where to go and where not to go in your areas.
Somewhat.
I think that's important. So wherever you are, wherever city you are, and I'm pretty sure Timothy knows the same thing. In certain parts, depending on what time it is, I may not need to head that way, or I may not need to be around certain people because, you know, cops know in certain areas is drug areas, and if you just in that area at certain times, you could get pulled over for no reason because they suspect you may be buying drugs or something like that.
There you go. Like I said, if you make $25 an hour, you won't be up in the areas like that. You'll be at home, get ready for work tomorrow.
Right.
So that will you'll be. Let me see what we got here.
The very fact that they're armed and they're kind of organized can put the weight on the scales in politics and business without ever having any connection to what the people want.
Gallagher, who grew up an hour south of Charlottesville, says militias resemble guerrilla and paramilitary groups in other countries.
These are non-state armed groups. We don't give non-state armed groups like blue ribbons. Yeah. There's like lots and lots of efforts to curtail these groups because it's not safe.
Yet, elected sheriffs confirmed they are willing to work with their local militias.
You saw the hat? That's what kind of hat I was going to get when I go to Dallas.
It would be where we need something now and we have to take care of it now. and then we'll clean up later type thing. But for the most part, most of the militia people I got in my county, they've been zero problem to me.
We met Leaf at a
There you go. That's
the
your problem.
No, right.
Don't live there. Do not live
And where
there.
was that? Where was that again? It was saying Charlottesville, or where was that? I can't remember where he said it was at. Was that Milwaukee?
Michigan.
Oh,
That's
it's
Michigan,
okay.
ain't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, do not live there.
He said militia is no problem at all.
If we
But
need
why-
some extra help, why you need extra help?
Right? Why don't you, if you're a militia, why don't you try to join the police academy? Do it
Brandon,
the right way, huh?
Brady, you saw that big chubby guy on there. He can't join
He
us.
ain't
He
gonna
can't
make
do. He can't do 15 push-ups. Huh?
Correct. He can't do it,
Yeah.
but he wants to help out. What's the safe way to help out your community? Is it running around trying to be a vigilante, trying to stop crime or intimidate people?
Safe way to help out your community is keep your area clean.
I agree.
And be friendly. There you go. If everybody
agree.
be friendly, everybody keep that section clean, we won't have no problems.
I agree with that.
But we
But are
can't
they
do
gonna
that.
do that? No, they're not doing that.
I go to Baltimore. Why would it Baltimore? See that beginning of June, going up to the doctor, man in the driving fast in a brand new Hyundai Sonata. You can tell it's like his first car. So driving fast in it. Took a whole bag of trash, just doing it in the damn road.
Oh yeah, the guy job.
And then they'll be the same people talking about we need to clean up Baltimore and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't care, and I think people know certain areas where people just don't care, and they just pile up more trash and more trash. And so,
Well, there was in the
Was
the
it
white,
nice area?
white no, well, the near the stadium.
Mm.
So there's a few areas very close to the stadium that's okay.
I got you.
Yeah.
And we have to take care of it now, and then we'll clean up later type thing. But for the most part, most of the militia people I got in my county, they've been zero problem to me.
We met Leaf at a convention in Las Vegas for the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association. The organization encourages sheriffs to defy federal laws they view as unconstitutional.
But what I would like to see the sheriffs unite and put the federal and state governments on notice that they will not tolerate or allow any more gun control aimed at law-abiding.
Now remember, audience, my motto: I never trust a person with no lips. So this gentleman has no lips.
None at all.
And per his interview, he said if they don't feel like the federal laws doing their job, to break them. Do what
Right,
you want to do.
right. And do you
Yeah.
feel like if the militia was black, he would feel the same way? If it was a beautiful militia,
If 30% of black people get a weapon, the Second Amendment will be going out the window.
You're
It'd
right.
They
You're
get
right.
rid of it.
right? And why is that? You think they would feel uncomfortable?
Brandon, you ever gave an AK-47 to a chimpanzee? So would that make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah,
They smart enough to pull that trigger.
right.
You
And
know?
don't care. And don't care what happens.
Yeah. So, baby, I assume that's how some people feel like we are.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Citizens.
Some sheriffs say they also rely on their own groups called posses.
And it's basically the same people as it would be on a militia.
Oregon Sheriff
posse.
Todd Songer says he has a posse of 150 members for his county of 20,000 people.
They do courtroom security for us because we don't have the manpower to put up in the courtroom. And now courtroom security, most of them, not all of them, are armed, but there's several that are not armed.
But for Gallagher,
Now, that's the biggest hunk of doogie.
But
He said they call them posses, Brandon.
yeah.
Brandon, do you ever want to get picked up by a posse?
No, because it sounds like it could be a lynch mob. They just got random people who haven't been cleared through a background check or anything. They got them at federal buildings, patrolling, keeping people in order. Does
And
that
he's-
make sense?
It does not. He said they don't got the resources. Well, how about you just raise taxes just a little bit and hire two police officers to go
right.
there?
So these people are volunteering doing this for free. I think if you're gonna volunteer, but you can't have no firearm and you can't be deputized and given power. You can just be extra muscle if they need to hold somebody down. That's about it, and that's even a lot. Can you imagine if a random person was holding you down at a courthouse?
And watch this. That one of the posse members hold Brandon down. Brandon feel like was violated. He comes to the court office to sue. Who did they go do?
They be like, well, you got to sue him. He was the one holding you down.
They're like, they're gonna throw it. They're gonna dismiss. They're gonna do you worse. Dismiss it, Brandon.
And why is that? I be like, no. Well, he's up here volunteering for the state.
Brandon, we know. I knew James for 45 years. We go to church together, and you take this guy from Atlanta, Georgia, up here in a Charger, driving fast. Who you gonna believe?
Correct.
Who you gonna believe?
But that's not fair. That don't sound just or fair.
Brandon, justice is to the eye of the adjuster. Justice is to the eye of the adjuster.
Okay,
right?
that makes a lot of sense though. So, but it's not our eyes. Whoever,
it's not your eyes. You didn't make the law.
Right.
All right. If y'all learn something here, learn this today. These laws are made by unjust people. But they want you to follow them though.
Right. And who did they make them for a certain group of people? Even though laws have been changed, they get, at one point we were 1/4 of a man, 1/3 of a man, 1/2 of a man. I can't remember exactly what it was. We wasn't counted as a whole person, but that was law.
Brandon, those stuff is ludicrous, Brandon.
You're right.
They so good. All laws were made for everybody on paper. So ain't you a man?
Yes.
Okay, so anything referred to a man is you.
Okay. So it's more overhyped. Like I had the same rights as everybody else back then. I could read. I was able to read.
Brandon, are you talking about after slavery or before slavery?
Before, I'm talking about before slavery. What does it say? Well, before when slavery was started. What should I have been?
Now, before slavery or slavery started, they had two laws: one for a white man, one from you.
Yeah,
but I'm talking present times. Okay. We all allegedly the same.
And even then, it's still not the same because
that's why I said justice is in the eye of the adjuster.
Correct.
So if you want to adjust it, the law is a little bit on you.
People with their eyes, they're not supposed to see color. They're supposed to see everybody the same. So how can it be any different?
Because they get adjusted, Brandon. You see, let's get back. Watch this, Brandon. I'll go peep y'all on game. Ain't heard nobody say this. The prosecutor's the son of a gun, Brandon.
The prosecutor?
Case. Yeah.
Why you say that?
They charge this man with first-degree murder.
Okay.
How many degrees you usually have, Brandon?
It's 3, right? Well, it's 2, really. It's first degree and third degree, right?
First, second, and third. Something like that.
Second? Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Which one is the toughest? Which one is the worst?
I can't remember. Is it first degree is not the toughest?
Yeah, first degree is the toughest. Now, what do first degree you got to do? What you got to do first degree?
I'm not sure. I can't really remember. And that's not manslaughter. What is it? Okay.
First degree is like premeditated. So this cop woke up that morning planning to kill.
So that's what first degree is?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he came over there knowing he was going to do that.
Okay. But that's rare. Well, I'm not gonna say it's rare, but go ahead. You're gonna break down it.
They often charge these people with the wrong charges.
Yeah, I agree.
And black people say, "Oh, they got charged," but those charges ain't gonna apply.
Yeah.
Unless they adjust on them. I told you, unless they adjust.
But do you remember when the cop came in the black dude's apartment and shot him and killed him What do you remember? What she got
Which one?
charged?
What's you talking about? Ice cream?
Bokum John. Yeah.
Well, she out of jail now, ain't it?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I think she was charged wrong, kind of like how you saying this one's gonna be charged wrong. So whether or not the person is found guilty or innocent, I don't think it's gonna be the right time, right amount of years. That's what I'm trying to get at. They're gonna work it where we'll get a guilty, but it's not gonna be that much time served.
Or if you do get a guilty, they broke is an unreal guilty.
Yeah.
Because remember, even though he may be charged in first degree, if the jury says guilty, even though I know he ain't wake up that morning and talk about I'm about to get this woman right here.
Yeah.
You know,
we think it's gonna be leniency on the sentencing.
No, he could be made an example of because it's on video. Remember, he just got arrested. You know, they would let all this stuff
about
go
weeks,
over,
right?
Yeah, under the table.
Yeah.
Until that video dropped.
Yeah.
But often prosecutors, this is the game they play on with police killing black people. They usually send it to a grand jury. A grand jury is not good for black people.
Because why? Because it's not going to be a lot of black people on the jury, right? That's why.
That's one reason. And the prosecutor, instead of having cojones, they want to wash their hands with it.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't know, I got enough evidence here to prove it. So I'm going to give it to 20 citizens.
And they don't want to make the police department look bad, too. They don't want to just go hard on that angle. You know what I'm saying? Like, correct. I'm not sure if Trump has attached himself to it or the civil rights people. They don't want unrest in the city. They want to keep it calm on both sides. And I don't think that's necessarily the right thing to do, but that's what they like to do.
Well, they keep it, and doing this way, keep it calm. Now, the grand jury could have said something, Brian. They could have said, this man don't need to go to jail, and that'd be the end of it. But they happy to say, hey, you need to go ahead with it.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime you see a person go to a grand jury, the young lady who got shot in her, they said she was sleeping on the bed. You remember that in Kentucky?
Oh yeah, I do remember that they was shot through the house. Was that the one?
Yeah. But the boyfriend was there.
Okay. Oh, well, which one are you talking about? Not what's her name?
Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, Breonna Taylor. I thought you were talking about a different one. Okay, I got
that. Went to a grand jury.
Mm-hmm.
Why the prosecutors just in charge, Brandon?
They, like I say, they don't want to do that. Anytime you have police making a huge mistake like that, quote unquote, it's gonna look bad. We don't want to give these people like leeway to be like it's an unjust system. Let's work it where both sides look like they winning, but their side is really winning. That's how I feel.
And I don't think nobody went to jail with it.
And that's what I say. I can't even really remember because we don't know the officer who did it because everybody was shooting. What?
Oh, we know the officer did. He was eating pizza on a boat a week later on vacation. We know who did it.
But do we know his name? Do we holding him to the fire? No, because the prosecutor, like you say, is not really trying to max out on that and make the police department look bad.
He sent it to the grand jury and appears. I think they dismissed most of it.
That's crazy.
She got a reward, but they dismissed most of it.
Yeah.
The only charges they got is a bullet went to somebody else's house. And
they're charged for that. Right. Which is crazy. Right.
You know?
And not to mention, sometimes money does talk. If somebody give you a certain amount of money to not amp something up or not to testify or not do X, Y, and Z, sometimes people will take that money to make it kind of go away.
All right, let's get into it. How to protect single black women. Here's the first thing you got to know. 99.9% of the time, it's going to be in person involved, Brandon. It's going to be a person that's going to hurt you. Okay. Now watch this.
Hold on. Let me so I'm on the same page with you. We're talking about protecting black women.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's going to be somebody that black woman knows. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I just said it's going to be a person.
Oh,
so that's
okay.
So that's it could be somebody you know.
Okay.
You know, it could be you climbing up a ladder and falling off. You a dumb person involved. It's gonna be a person involved with it.
Gotcha.
Now, this may be a bad presentation, but I don't know. So what you got to do is watch the company you keep. You know,
That's tough for people to do, though.
Well, you
Don't you
gotta
want-
learn.
don't-
You gotta learn.
Yeah. I think
You
sometimes
saw
people.
what Judas do.
Hmm?
Walked up to her, kiss him. That's the one.
Yeah.
Get him.
They feel butterflies, you know. He got that Hellcat.
I'm talking about Judas. You talking about the damn butterflies. I'm like, hold on. Okay, yeah.
But like I say, it's important, but people tend to not do that. People don't take care of the main things that's going to keep them safe, keeping the right people around you.
Watch the cover you keep. Second thing, guard your purses. What you think that means, Brandon?
It means just guard your stuff and you included, your family, you know, whenever you're out and about.
Correct.
It could be your friends.
Keep your doors locked, you know. Maybe somehow, I think girls like this, keep a light on when you come in, keep a light on the house when you leave or something.
Yeah, that's good. Well, so let me ask you, what do you do when you lock up your house for the night?
Look, I don't do nothing.
Do you keep okay? But we're trying to educate people. Not everybody. We're talking about to the single mother or
okay.
or
That's what you're talking about. What I do.
Well, you don't.
But
you lock your. Do you lock
the
your
door
door?
is locked.
Okay, but do you check your cars? Make sure your cars are locked. You
I lock them
porch
before
light
I leave
on.
them. I don't need no porch. I don't do nothing. Shit, you know, we got them pistols up in them shotties. You know,
before a single black woman or or whatever.
Guard your purse. Lock your doors.
Okay.
Have your keys ready before you open your car door.
Mm-hmm. Don't be fiddling around. Don't be sitting in the car and texting.
Don't be fiddling around.
Gotcha.
Get off that damn telephone when you're out in the public, because your ears could work. Don't put no Brandon be having these things in his ears. Don't have that shit in your ears.
Why not? Tell me why.
Because Brandon, like yesterday, I heard a smart young adults talking, and I said, I make it talk to these people.
Right. 20
20 years ago, I heard two robbing niggas talking about, let's rob that nigga right there. You see what I'm talking about?
Right.
I heard him.
No, I'm with you.
So, you gotta be aware of your surroundings. You know, you may be Brandon in Target with the earplugs in there. Somebody come in the front door with a AR-15. Bow, bow, bow. Right over here.
Usually when I'm out, I'll have one in. And if I'm going somewhere, sometimes you can have a feeling. You be like, hold on, let me pause this music or let me pause this show so I can see what's going on around me. But like I say, you have a good point. You shouldn't necessarily have something in your ears because you want to be aware of what's going on, not just visually. You want to be able to hear it too.
And Brandon bought a high price ear thing, so he got noise canceling. So he don't hear them cars driving right beside him. That's canceled out. So, you know, he can step in the wrong car, be right there.
That's true.
Hey, you got noise canceling?
Yeah, they do. But they also have it where you can pick up on the sound around you when you have them in your ear. So they've changed it to be that.
You get to choose that option?
Yeah, you can choose the option.
But your house is probably all cancel, right?
Because I don't even do it like that, just because it feel weird in your ears when you cancel out the sound like that. Only time I do that if I'm at home, like working in the backyard, cutting grass or something like that. Because you kind of want to have the sound coming from the outside just in case your dog run up on you, you know, a stranger, anything. You don't want to be surprised like that.
Yeah, you're right. Sometimes I'll be had stuff for earplugs, loud jamming, dog bark. That dog be on
right
you bark. Oh shit!
You're right. Right. You don't want to be startled like that. You fell over. But no, just being smart about your surroundings and guarding your person, like you say.
Guard your persons. And lastly, please get your firearm and train with it. Because if she had a firearm and knew how to use it, she wouldn't call that police that night.
You think so?
Brandon, if somebody come in your house, I'm calling the cops. And they still coming to you, what you're supposed to do next.
if what happened now? It's if you hear a noise, go
They
ahead.
in the- they
Oh,
hear the
they in the
noise.
house.
If you hear, I'm calling the cops.
They
Get out of
coming in,
here.
okay.
And they
That's
still
not
coming
gonna
to you.
stop nobody, because how long it's gonna take for the police to get to you? It's gonna, by the time they do that, you dead.
Or you don't say nothing. And you got that pole on you.
So you
They open that door.
Okay, but so let me ask you this. So even if you hear a weird noise, you're not gonna try to do the bluff, like get out of here. You're not gonna do that.
You could, no, I'm gonna do that.
Uh,
But some people may not want to do that.
you just want to shoot, and I like
No,
I said,
no. You get in your space. I said they open that door, right? They come to your places. Next thing you know, you fear for your life. You had no means to escape.
Right.
You already said, I'm calling the cops. That could be a lie. Just shit. Go with the lie.
Right.
And the person still came to me.
Yeah.
Let them have it.
Yeah. Especially if you got people in the house. Like you want to keep your family, your wife, your kids, you want to keep them safe and yourself. So depending on the laws in your states, because remember we talked about that too. Like certain laws, you gotta, I don't know, you shoot somebody in your house, it still may be tricky.
Brandon, did you hear my scenario down?
I heard your scenario. Are you still a black man? Are you still a black man in America?
Repeat.
Somebody comes in your house, you hear a noise, you tell them you're getting ready to call the police. They still coming to where you are.
Open that door.
Open the door.
So I saw a flash.
What does the man say? I was lost. I thought it was a cop. He thought it was his house. He was like, look, this house look weird. I came upstairs. I thought I was in my own house. But
well, that's rarely gonna happen. They just get Brandon 1 in a trillion times. Throw that scenario out the window.
Right. With the dude eating ice cream on the couch, he got blown away with that same scenario. But I'm just saying that so I can win the argument. But most of the time, reality, you're gonna be right. So you're justified in doing that. But in certain states, they do have certain laws. I only say that because you taught me that.
If you fear for your life, go ahead and let it go. Let it go.
You're right. Now I'm with you for sure. Because you can ask questions later and you can figure it out later. But make sure you call the police afterwards. If you
don't lie about it.
Yeah, don't lie.
Don't be like the cop, Sonya's cop, fear for his life. And then with the lies after that.
Right. Tell me, you saw the water splashed all the way over here. I was like,
you know,
that's what they do.
So get your firearm, train with that firearm.
Should people be fearful of firearms? Because not everybody likes firearms. They don't feel comfortable.
Well, they are some bitches, man. And they don't like history. All right. How you over here? How many Indians had to get killed so me and Brandon could be on this TV right here?
A lot.
How many black people had to slave and work land for me and Brandon to be up here?
A lot.
So don't you come up? So don't you come up here with your benefit hippie ass?
Right. It's in your DNA. You got
yeah. You're paying the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So you like guns. You like the benefit of the gun. So learn how to use one. Read that for me, Brandon.
God created man, and Sam Colt made them equal.
There you go. Women, you just as powerful as the ninja on the street.
Right.
With a gun in your hand.
You're right.
And everybody, unless you're crazy, everybody don't want that.
Well, how do you feel about this? Because a lot of people say that don't pull a gun out unless you're ready to use it.
You at your house. You pull you inside your house. Pull all the guns you want to.
Right,
you got the right in your house. Now, if you're outside of your house, that's different.
Okay, but why? I agree with that. But why do you think it's different when you're outside? Because
that's out in the open. You know what I mean? Because a person could be not on your property. It could be a person could be down the street, but usually you in your house.
Yeah,
you got a right to pull a gun on a stranger.
Be in your house, right?
I don't know. Brady trying to make an argument.
No, I'm just doing pushback, playing devil's advocate a little bit. Just because people, don't you hear that a lot? People say don't pull out a gun unless you're ready to use it. But like I say, you're witty, you're quick, you got a perfect scenario. You can pull it out when you're on your property.
No, in your property.
In your property.
And a stranger is right there.
Well, what if you're in the back? So if you're in the backyard, you're grilling or something, somebody run up on you.
What you mean run up on you? What you mean? You mean my neighbor say hello?
No, just a group of ninjas.
Pull it and shoot.
Okay, there you go. That's all. And ask questions later.
Pull it and
but
shoot.
You know, but it takes a lot to do that for some people, for sure. Because we can all say you should do that, but when you're in the moment, you know, people freeze up, people get scared, so your mind start racing. There's a lot of stuff goes on, so you got to be comfortable with doing that, and you have to think about it because it could happen, and you need, when the moment's there, you got to do it because you don't want to pull it out, freeze, and then somebody pull a gun out on you, and now you're not here anymore.
I don't know. Ain't that much thinking involved. If you feel like you're threatened, and you in your backyard cooking hot dogs and 3 strangers come up on you ready to fight, pull it. I'm about to cook hot dogs on Sunday. 3 guys going there to fight.
But you don't think those people deserve forgiveness? You could talk it out, maybe help them turn their life around.
Brandon, I said 3 guys. They on demon time, Brandon. They on demon time. And they in your house.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
And you want to see tomorrow. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, when you see some clips of guys breaking in the house in the backyard, man, the owner coming out with a shotgun, telling him, put the gun down, son. Put the guns down. You mean, but we talking about 3 guys. And you know one on gonna be squirmy, one on ready to pop. They ready to pop or ready to run.
Right.
Yeah, you don't know what those guys gonna do to you.
You're right. Because one could run, one could charge you, one could, try to swing on you. Yeah. Anything could happen.
Some people they be on demon time, Brandon. Some people. Shoot, Brandon, I don't got nothing else today.
No,
I got stuff. I don't feel like doing. It's a whole
We could save it. Like I say, my wife's out of town. I go ahead and get some dinner and stuff for my daughter.
God damn, you be cooking dinner too late, Brandon. Why you cook so late?
First of all, it's summertime. My daughter's schedule is all the way off. She woke up. I'm trying to think because usually now I go to sleep. Me and my wife be going to sleep. My daughter still be up. So today she woke up at 1. I'm like, your sleep schedule is way off. Like when we
Brandon,
get back,
you control her sleep schedule. You're
right. You're right. But when it's messed up, it's messed up. And not to mention traveling and stuff like that, it's hard to get her back. And if she goes out and she take a nap during the day, then it's harder for her to go to sleep at night. So it
take no naps during the day. I don't take no naps. You gotta go to sleep. You gotta be sleep.
Right. But kids be playing, and then she be upstairs laying with my wife. Next thing you know, she sleep. So,
okay. If it's like that, okay, yeah.
It's just a bunch of parenting and stuff. Like I say, what time would I want to have dinner? I probably have dinner at 7:00, but like I say, it's late now.
7 o'clock. Your mom used to have dinner at 7 o'clock.
Probably not. Probably not. But that's what my household comes to. I need to ask my mom what time she. Probably about 5. My mom
probably 5 or 6. 6:30 at the latest.
I'm not doing it.
Why you ain't doing that?
I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm trying. So what time would you? I'm just asking you now. What time do you have dinner now?
I had dinner at probably about 5 o'clock.
Dang.
I cooked it around 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, I don't necessarily have to do too much for her. She just gonna eat some vegetables and stuff anyway that I already got.
Hamburgers and French fries today. I ain't supposed to eat that on Sundays. That's probably the first time I ate hamburgers, French fries on a Sunday, not a holiday.
Do you do any meal prepping? I know we don't necessarily talk about that. You know,
I did meal prepping for about 3 months this year.
I keep saying I'm gonna get back to it, but I haven't really done it. Just I've been doing more old school, old fashioned cooking. Like I told my mom to send me a bunch of recipes, so I've been doing some of the childhood dishes that I had growing up.
What, bean weenies? What?
My mom did the like chicken Olivia and chicken Olivia.
What the hell is that?
It's a dish. It's a casserole dish that my mom used to make. And like I haven't made it, but she had a chicken tetrazzini and just stuff like that. Hamburger casserole. It's a brown rice dish.
Now, what's a hamburger casserole?
It's kind of like a shepherd's pie, kind of
okay.
similar to something like that, but just different things. Like I think it's got sweet peas in it and potatoes cut up in it with the ground meat.
Oh, okay, a shepherd's pie.
Yeah, basically, but just a different name and a different way. Because shepherd's pie, it's similar, but you won't do mashed potatoes. Because the shepherd's pie, you do like mashed potatoes and cheese on the top.
Yeah.
But with this one, it's more of like a cream of mushroom, the peas, and cut up potatoes, like cut up like circles.
Oh Lord, your mom was born in the 60s, eh?
I think she's born in the 50s. She's born in the 50s.
You sure? I don't think so. You sound like 61.
No, she was born in 52.
52?
Yeah.
So your mom's 70 something now.
Yeah, must be.
Must be. Yeah.
I don't know exactly how old my mom is.
Man, how old your mom? But what year?
I barely know how old I am. She's born in 52. I know what year she was born.
So she's about 72, 71.
Okay. You do the math. You're the mathematician.
No, because my parents born 51.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and they 73. Oh,
okay.
So
what kind of stuff your parents cook or your mother cooked?
Yeah, spaghetti, baked chicken.
Yeah, she did a baked chicken recipe.
I used to like fish and rice. Like she used to cook like red ruffy or rice.
Mm-hmm.
And your traditional black food, the pork chops, stuff like that, right. Hamburgers, yeah. So
and
stuff like that.
I say I don't eat pork, but that's something I used to love to eat: fried pork chops. My mom used to do fried pork chops. It used to be really good. Now, if I say
had some yesterday, black restaurant. All Spanish people cooking in the back though.
But it was good though. With
3 black girls working the front frowning.
Yeah.
To do customer service. All the Spanish people in the back having a good time in the back. You see the difference between your mindset.
Speaking English or speaking Spanish?
No, I could tell they was having a good time in the back, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
They was throwing the greens around, the black eyed peas, the fried catfish. They were, black girls in front. You see the mindset, man. When we gonna get back to being like, thank God I'm working?
We can't, because we see Instagram and Facebook and people want to be brats. They want to be spoiled. They're not. It's hard working. That's out the window right now. It's not. We're not in the era of hard working. It's hustling. You a boss. You're independent, and you chilling. You go on vacation. You ain't got time to work hard. Who working hard?
Now, I did experience some new things yesterday. I had never seen a white person go inside a soul food restaurant. Now, black soul food.
That's what I say. Real soul food.
They could go in barbecue, fried fish, but I never seen like this type. They came in there. They was looking at the menu, Brandon, about 15 minutes. Now this is like cafeteria, not cafeteria. Like it's the food is in front of your face. They put it in the container. Yeah. They up there looking at the menu. They ain't looking down at the food.
Right, that's what I'm about to
say. 15 minutes. I don't know.
Right.
And then
I can kind of look at the food and tell you what I'm gonna like and what I'm not gonna like. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, they up there looking at the top. Yeah. And the second thing I didn't see, I saw a Hispanic person coming in and get some food.
Okay.
But I said, hey, it's made by all Hispanic people. Hey, this maybe
I thing. Yeah. So is that something you watch? You people watch that way? Because that's something I never really thought about. Like a wonderful person in a soul food, a black soul food restaurant or a Jamaican restaurant. I think I've seen one in a Jamaican restaurant because they tend to like to try stuff like that.
A fancy Jamaican restaurant?
No, like what the one I saw was one in Atlanta. So
did they have a big pot when you went to the checkout? Was the pot that big in the back?
No, it was.
And the lady who work in the front, she do have the cooking at the same time.
Yeah, right. It's a vegan restaurant too, and the service was bad too, but the food was actually good. So, but it was a traditional Jamaican restaurant in the sense of they.
Brandon, you said vegan. All right, time you
said
that everything you said is bullshit.
Okay, well, why is that? Tell me why. If a Jamaican person is making traditional Jamaican food outside of the meat, is it not still Jamaican?
Brandon, you put the word vegan in there. All right. Of course,
no, you're right. You're right.
Go there. Vegan Jamaican food. I could get jerk squat.
So, do you think they would go to a authentic Jamaican restaurant where they get oxtails and bad service?
No, that was a big pot in the back like that. And that one lady working the front, and she got the strongest Jamaican accent. Nah, they ain't going in there.
They're not going. They don't feel comfortable. What do you think it is? Is too
Brandon,
intimidating?
The width of the place is the width of a couch. So it's not that big. You get your food and get out.
But do you think that keeps them away from certain places? Like I'm not gonna say it's good Chinese food places, but I'm pretty sure it's some places they would want to try if it was safer or if they felt comfortable going to.
I don't know, Brandon, because those stops, besides your vegan one, I put vegan in there, I know what it is. But they ain't in no good places usually.
What you mean? They not in them?
Jamaican, old school, like small mom pop Jamaican shops. Yeah. They ain't no good places.
That's not trendy. That's not trendy, you don't think, for them?
Why it be trendy? It's just Jamaican food.
But I think sometimes people like to try authentic cultural food.
And it ain't real Jamaican food. You can't get the wood in America, so you ain't really eating. I learned that last month. You ain't really eating. You can't buy the wood in America.
That's another reason why you're an experienced cook in the kitchen, because a lot of people won't even say that.
I just said I learned that last month, Brandon.
Okay, well you learned a lot. You learned a lot of stuff, though.
They can't import the wood to make it taste like Jamaican food.
Yeah. Have you traveled to Jamaica or outside the country? Okay.
Well, I've been outside of, but not to Jamaica. Yeah, but it's a tree that grows in Jamaica. They use that as the wood where they cook the chicken on and the meats, and it gives that taste. Yeah. And I looked it up. I said, let me get some of that shit here. You can't get mad. If you get it, it'd be like, I don't know, stepped on. It's like it's stepped on or something. Yeah. You really can't
it's not gonna be the same thing.
Yeah.
I got you.
All right, Brandon, want to call it a day?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it. Thank you guys so much for participating tonight. Shout out to Timothy because he always join our chat. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys laugh with us. Hope you learned something too and thought differently. You know, this is the Man of the Metaverse podcast. I'm Brandon. This is Lewis. You want to say anything before we get out of here?
Take it easy. Hit the like button. Share this out, guys. We appreciate it. Our channel's finally getting some movement again, and we greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good one.